What's up? BigHerc916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know we do it over here. Whenever I see stuff on social media now, I look at it as what is the objective they're trying to achieve by publicly displaying whatever they got going on. Because it's a narrative, right? Well, we had Ghislaine Maxwell, who recently went and spoke to the DOJ for partial immunity and supposedly talked about 100 people tied to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell, I believe, was sentenced to 20 years. She's been in prison for roughly 5 years. The Epstein files are hot in social media right now. They're in the news. Everybody's talking about them. Who's on the list, but who was really involved in participating in the acts. You might have known this guy, but what were you doing? Did you actually get down? So supposedly she's going to give up some information now, 5 years later. But what do we have? On the flip side of that, we have the Manhattan shooter. We have Shane Tamura, right? Shane Tamura drove cross country. He lives or resides in Las Vegas, Nevada. He drove to New York, Manhattan, and opened fire on people in this high rise. And it was said that he was looking for executives of the NFL and that he was wanted to address. In his suicide note, he said he was suffering from CTE. He played high school football. I'm not sure if he played college football, but he didn't play in the NFL. So 345 Park Avenue is a commercial building where tenants, including NFL, Rudin Management, KPMG, and Blackstone, all have residents. He said he blamed the NFL for its potential diagnosis and mentioned a 2013 Frontline documentary on CTE. Now, how does that make sense if he never played in the NFL? Why would he put that in a suicide note and hold them accountable for CTE? And then he got on the wrong elevator, they said, and went up to the 33rd floor and took his own life. 33rd degrees. And from what I understand, everybody in the NFL, as far as the owners, has to be a Freemason. 33rd degrees. We need a distraction. Look at the numbers. Is it all coincidence? You notice whenever anybody starts really getting close to anything that can possibly expose, quote unquote, the elites, you have something that sends everybody into another direction. What's really going on? This guy had an expired, I guess they said he was a detective card in Las Vegas. He lived with his parents, and he opened fire. I guess taking the life of a law enforcement policeman, and then 4 other people were also shot. This guy had I guess, somewhat of a history of mental illness. Does it sound like this guy was maybe a Manchurian candidate, like he was somehow MK Ultra to go? You know, like they got these people and they can call them on the phone, they pick up the phone and they go into a mode. And you never get to talk to any of these shooters. You never get anything from them as far as motive or why. And the timing in this is just, it's impeccable. I think there's a lot more to this story. If you think there's more to the story, leave a comment. Some things to me just don't add up. And to say that the NFL and CTE, and you didn't play in the NFL, and then you have the whole Masonic connection, and in times of crisis, you have to create a distraction, and you call on certain things to happen, and there's always collateral damage. There's more to this. I don't look at now when I see people that randomly just go and do stuff, there's a proclivity for certain people to be programmed to commit certain acts and not even realize what they're doing. We know that. There's studies that they've used, certain type of mind control to get people to do stuff, and to think that this guy would drive all the way to Manhattan. Come on, man. This shit just doesn't make sense. If it makes sense to you, you tell me what you think. You give me your analysis of what this all comes out to. I just think, like I said, whenever there's anything going on that's creating a noise or a glitch in the matrix, they gotta divert it. They gotta divert your attention so that you don't pay attention. You don't really look at the conversation. And Ghislaine Maxwell, whoever these 100 people are that are being brought to light, if those documents are, released to the public, or we can hear those conversations, maybe shit hit the fan. I mean, dude, look, they've been blowing smoke up our ass our whole lives. Majority of the shit they done told us about our history, politics, it's all bullshit. These guys do whatever they want. They, make it seem like, oh, we're going to give you this over here, lower gas prices, or we're going to give you this over here. But there's no accountability on their part. Nobody ever goes to jail. Nobody gets in trouble. It's all talk. Just like the Obama stuff. Oh, it looks like treason. What's going to happen? We ain't seen nothing happen to anybody. They're saying now that Hillary Clinton was drugged up, Biden was on medication. I mean, what does it matter? What does it matter, man? If you're on that, you're getting kicked out of your CEO position, or your board position is getting taken from you. Nothing happens with these people, man. It's the same shit. We got to stop focusing on what these people are doing and focus on ourselves, work on ourselves. And we empower ourselves. We don't need them. They have no power. Their power comes from the people. All the shit they do, if we didn't use their shit, that's why they're always trying to get us to use their shit and buy their shit. They need us more than we need them. We don't need them, man. You can live a perfectly happy life with you and your family doing your thing. You don't have to feed into this social media bullshit, this political bullshit, this separation divide bullshit, and these distractions. And this is another distraction, out of nowhere. And there's been multiple distractions. They do it all the time whenever there's something, whether it's a war going on, whether it's investigation into government corruption, whether it's political scandal. They throw the distraction in there, and like I said, that somebody to lose their life for them it's part of the game. They don't care. They meaning the people who are behind the scenes, the puppeteers, the people who are involved in a lot of these things that we have no idea they're involved in. And I don't know what they exactly are. I'm just talking, man, about, just in general, just like everybody else. I just know that I can't control those things, but I can control my own life. And I'm just sharing with you guys so you don't get emotionally invested and let it disrupt your harmony. because it's all about keeping us off balance. We got to find our balance and our peace. And the only way we can do that is by focusing on ourselves with the white pill. Leave a comment, share the channel, let me know what you guys think. BigHerc916.
916.com, pick you up a bar of soap and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh shit. You know, I get down with that art. I'm a big fan of Formula One, and I just finished this Red Bull Formula One mixed medium drawing painting. If you're interested in purchasing this, you can shoot me a DM or email me at info.bigherc916@gmail.com.